I mean, pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Marcy, can I have a roll call, please?
Sure, Brian.
Here.
Lexi. Here. Justin.
Here.
John. Jeff.
Here.
You, need to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, aye. Jeff, aye.
Motion carries. I'll open it up for citizen comment at this time for anything on the agenda. Online?
Agenda.
All right, we'll go ahead and close the citizen comment. I'll need a motion to approve the consent agenda if there are no questions.
Chief, any issues with the tobacco licenses at those locations?
Nope, all good there.
There was one violation from Quick Stop recently,
Oh, yeah.
but it was,
We have violations coming in all the time for underage drinking.
these are tobacco.
Establishments that they turn them in and then they.
But they're stopping the tobacco.
Correct.
They're not.
The tobacco one was actually a sting.
Yeah, that one was a
Oh,
sting.
was.
Not by us, that is sheriff's office. But yeah.
Right. The only one that I haven't heard from it is Dollar General, but I did reach out to the manager today just to remind her. Of course, corporate handles it, but I just said, you have 1 month. You have till June 20th to get a test for approval. So,
I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second. Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, aye.
John,
Jeff, aye.
Motion carries. At this time, is anyone here to report from the Peosta Economic Development Corp?
Anybody online? Nope.
So no monthly report there. Which moves us to Community Heart and Soul monthly report, and Robin is here.
He does not like public speaking.
We're not the public.
But
We're friends.
that-
This is
not when I have to
friends.
stand here.
Would you like us, you want me to stand with you?
Wants to stand out there with you?
Would you like us all to stand? Would that help? Just asking.
So I have notes from Denise, and I believe she submits this to you, so you should probably have seen it. She's added just a couple of things to it. It had a pretty good turnout for our May 21st community event, which we saw some faces from here there. Where we shared our draft statements. And if you remember, we have polled people, interviewed people, gathered information to find out what's important to the citizens of Peosta. And we have come up with our draft statements. These statements will potentially be edited slightly based on that May 21st event. But the gist of those statements are small town feel, best of both worlds, where we're close to Dubuque and all of the bigger city amenities while being a small town. The amenities that we have to offer here while still hoping that it's dynamic and growing, recreation, what we have and what we hope to have, education and safety. And super strong support for education and safety. I mean, it was almost across the board, all positive. So our next steps, we'll meet next Monday and we will go through all the information we gathered on May 21st and we'll finalize these statements. And then they will be made available to all of you, other local organizations, and coming straight from the Heart and Soul manual. They hope that these statements inform decision-making by local government and local organizations into the future because they are the guiding representation of what matters most to the community. So we will do that. We're going to finalize those statements. We then, when we interviewed people and did all of these surveys, we didn't just find out what you love about Peosta, but what would make it better. So we are going to take all of that information and we are going to categorize it under each one of these statements. So that you'll get to see actual, like, we want more of this, which represents this, what's important to us, and so on. So it might be sidewalks, which might fall under safety or recreation, so there's going to be some things. We'll have some action items. We then will have events on June 19th and 22nd. We're going to ask for more action items based on this. So we're going to hone in even more with the public and then hopefully try to plan some projects, initiatives, communications, roundtables, whatever we can do to get everyone on board to make these things happen. So.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Robin. All right.
Yes.
I just want to pass on that I thought the event was fantastic. It was
great.
well organized. It was well run. You had just, I couldn't even tell you how many people did you have there. I
Yeah.
just was surprised. I didn't know there were that many
I
involved.
think we were surprised too.
It-
It was wonderful.
Get more.
So
Well-
we try everywhere we go. We just chat. I just took my kid for a haircut and said, have you heard of this? What do you love about it here? What are you struggling with in your business? You know, what would make it even better? So everywhere each one of us goes to, we try to have these conversations, even if they're informally now.
And Jason couldn't have said more great things about you guys as a team.
Yeah.
And just, he was very impressed with, everyone came from like individuals.
Yep.
You didn't come in as 4 people and 6 people and 3
Yep.
people. Everybody just wanted to do it as an individual and have come together with such a great group of people.
Well, we've created our own little community, which is what we're trying to hopefully then,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
like we're showing it can work, that people can come together and do
Yeah.
this and
no,
from different perspectives and hopefully we.
but it was top notch.
Great.
What time do you meet Monday?
I'm sorry,
What time do you meet Monday?
Monday we meet, I can think about my meetings. Monday's 5:30.
Okay.
Yeah, we do 5:30s on Mondays, sometimes in person and in ICC, sometime online.
Got it.
So, okay.
Yeah, I want to second just the committee members are so engaged and, you know, going around to the different stations and people informed and interacting with people. It's just really well done. So good job.
Well, and even getting AJ there was pretty cool.
It was
You know,
great.
like we're trying to engage with everyone. And so to be able to get different people showing up and having conversations with us and being willing to do that, I think just shows the power of a citizen-driven thing where we just take everything out of it and say, hey, how do we make this work? And just listen to everyone's stories. So it's kind of fun to see, you know, hearing like how AJ was raised from this big and getting to hear some of those stories was pretty cool. So it's been a lot of fun to get the perspective of everyone and hope we can make a difference.
Those sessions on the 19th and 22nd, will they be identical? Like just, you're
They
just
will
hoping to
be.
give 2 options for
Yeah.
people to get there?
Yeah, we just want to give a weekday and a weekend option. We were trying to work around sporting events. So we actually asked input even from high schoolers. We're like, tell us when to pick these dates because it's always so challenging. So it'll be the same thing for both of those.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
And I sometimes like city council, so I'll stay for the whole meeting.
That was it. That's the highlight work right there.
The rest is fun.
Next up, HR committee report. At this time, there's nothing to report except for we will be meeting on Thursday this week.
5:30 here. Yeah.
5:30 and have a few things to go over. You'll have more to report then in the future. Development, I don't think we have anything there. Administration, ordinance amending the zoning code of ordinance in the city of Peosta, 3rd reading.
And no further feedback, right?
Nothing.
Been pretty well received.
I will need a motion to approve the 3rd reading.
I'll make a motion to approve the 3rd reading of 2025-03 ordinance amending the zoning code of ordinance in the city of Peosta, Iowa.
A second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John,
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. I will now need a motion to adopt.
Make a motion to adopt the ordinance amending the zoning code of ordinance, city of Peosta. I'll second. Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John,
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Next up, we have a public hearing to amend the city of Peosta zoning ordinance regulation for all district conformance required fences. So we need a motion to open the public hearing.
make a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll second. Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John,
Jeff, I.
To approach the council concerning the fence regulation. Everybody online? All right, make a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John,
Jeff, I.
We had the ordinance amending the city of Peosta zoning code of ordinance fences, 1st reading.
Before we do that, just for
Yes.
city staff, have there been any more interaction with any of the neighbors that had brought the issue about fencing and stuff?
No, we had,
After P and Z
After Board of Adjustments, no.
Our Board of Adjustments has been quiet.
Yes.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the ordinance amending the city of Peosta zoning code fences for free.
I'll second the motion. Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. I'll ask the council at this time if you would prefer to wait on the second, third reading or waive that.
Are we in a hurry on it?
I would recommend that we
Is
do it. We're getting a lot more fence requests at
'Cause
this
it's
point.
summer,
It's more
whatever.
clear now. It's on the building permit and in the ordinance, so it reads the same. So that we don't have this confusion on people coming in and saying, well, I read your ordinance, but your permit says something differently. And it's a little hard to defend that. So that's why we met with ECIA. We brought staff in and we really
Right.
thoroughly vetted it.
My only concern would be just leaving it out there a little bit more in case anybody wants to notice our agendas and speak on it.
Totally up to you.
I mean, if we don't have people waiting for permits or that sort of thing.
How many permits are you getting a week?
For fencing, it was averaging about 2 to 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Is that
well,
a busy time of season or is
yeah,
that?
It's spring.
It's spring.
It's
Everybody
spring.
wants to do the
Yeah.
work now. I
Everybody's
guess.
putting,
So essentially the bulk of them are done?
no, not when we've got new constructions going up.
I mean, I can be swayed. I'm just like,
Um,
I'll
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta wait.
I'll make a motion to waive the second, third reading.
I'll second.
Brian, no.
Lexi, no.
Justin, I.
John, no.
Jeff, I.
Motion fails. So we will, in the second reading, in 2 weeks.
And what does this do to current, fences and? Current what? Like fences,
If somebody came in today and wanted to put a permit,
no, like
No.
ones that are already. It does nothing to them. Okay.
They're grandfathered in.
That's kind of,
Don't use that
don't use
word.
that word. Okay. But if they were actually like
They're
wanting to
granted.
even replace like all the,
Yeah.
if they left the fence post there and they're replacing the fence boards, then that's a new fence. They would have to go through BOA. We had one gentleman come in and he's
Right.
on someone else's property. And when he found out what the process was, he said, nope, not gonna mess with it. I'll let the fence stand there and rot.
So do we have it defined what a new fence is like in that situation there?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not
Yeah,
getting
it's
that
in
one.
there.
It's in there, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in there.
I read through it. It's very clear.
Oh, I read
I
through
mean, we spent a lot of time on this as
Yeah,
well.
this
as
just
ECI.
That's-
clarifies
that's an interesting
the height
situation, right?
It is.
the sight lines on the corners. I mean, it's
Right.
good clarification.
Right.
Together,
Yeah, it's good. It's well written, so.
all right. Any more discussion?
We'll bring it back the 10th.
All right. I'll open it up for citizen comment. If anyone would like to approach the council about anything. Robin, anything else you wanted to come up to the podium?
I'm just super excited that you're gonna do something about the fences.
There you go.
Wow, let's go take a look at you.
Are you gonna put up a fence?
I worked very hard with Dean to get my input in because of the struggles of not being able to figure out what to do. So I'm
Testimonial.
glad- I'm
Wax
glad
here.
this is gonna happen. And someone who was trying to get this figured out actually came to my house and asked a lot of questions of me because of my fence. And I explained, this is why it's here, this is why it's here. And I lived in Texas where it wasn't safe when they were really close, so gotta be safe, whatever your end result is, gotta be
Nice.
safe, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, nobody online? All right, I'll need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, Mr. Mayor, pretty efficient, 13 and a half minutes.
Not a record, but.
No, not a record, but
Yeah, but it's fairly efficient.
know, right?